We're from Jersey, baby, 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 and you're not.
Back your hips up, down, up, down.
We're from Jersey, baby. From Jersey, baby. We're from Jersey, baby. We're from Jersey, baby. Baby, 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 and you're not.
He has more rhythm in one finger than you do in your entire body. He excels at all sports, except the best one, hockey. When asked how he'd feel if he hadn't eaten fried chicken that morning, he says that of course he did. His baby photos are mugshots. For him, Father's Day is the most confusing day of the year. In a dark room, you don't know he's there until he smiles. He assumes paying at stores is optional. He puts low batteries in other people's smoke alarms so they'll sound normal. He's an Olympic-level sprinter, but he can't swim. If he gets a phone call, he only takes it in public, on speaker. When he calls the cops, he ducks when he hears the sirens. He brings his own seasoning when he is invited to dinner at his white friend's house. He thinks per capita is a conspiracy against him personally. He objects to every mention of black stereotypes, except the one about black genitals. He's covered in bling, but he can't afford it. When he moves into a new neighborhood, even fellow blacks move out. He is the blackest man in the world.
I don't always drink, but when I do, I prefer grape soda. Stay oppressed, my friends.
Sir, what's the secret to 50 years of marriage?
Well, one day she's right, the next day she's right again, and on the third day, I'm wrong.
Jesus!
Babe! Oh my God, bro, you almost gave me a heart attack. What the fuck?
Stop! Listen to the cap!
Behind you! Behind you!
What was that for?
A little bit softer now. 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 A little bit louder 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 now. Kick my head up and throw my head back and come on now. Come on now.
All right, you guys, podcast time. We got the equipment and the perfect business plan. Give our show away for free and tell no one how to find it. Ready? I'm going to start a podcast that has no focus, and it'll take up an inordinate amount of time.
Hey, welcome into the Monday Boomer Bunker. I am one of your cranky and absent-minded co-hosts, John Jamingo. And sitting next to me, the always giggly, the lovely, the talented, the Duchess of Durka Durka. And we weren't sure if he was going to be here, but quietly lurking in the background, we have producer Mike.
Hi, guys!
We're glad you could make it, Mike.
Yes.
Sure.
All right. So I don't know if we talked about this, but I'm gonna hit it with you right now. So right now, there's this one part where after we do this, you're going to do the next announcements right there on the notes.
Okay.
I should have told you this beforehand because now you're scrambling.
Okay. Are you asking me about the social media bits? And all
Yeah,
that?
because it says Duchess is a parenthesis.
All right.
I keep forgetting to tell you, and then here we are again. So
I'm ready. I got it.
Let's
I got
do
my
it.
notes up. All right. Well, make sure you find all of our social media links at boomerbunker.com. And a big shout out to Jason at Horrible Designs for this awesome Boomer Bunker mug. Make sure you visit him at horribledesigns.com. And
all right,
Boomer Bunker. There you go.
It is hotter than a $2 pawn shop pistol in here right now. I haven't even been outside yet, but I heard it's fucking horrible outside.
Disgusting. It's gross today.
And the thing is about New Jersey, not only is it hot, but it's humid.
Mhm.
It sucks. Captain McGigglepuss is what Dean calls you. I like that.
That's polite.
I got a brand new office chair right here. This sucker here, this is the aircraft carrier of chairs. This sucker here is rated for 650 pounds. I don't think I can bend this one. I don't think I can break this one.
There you
I
go.
mean,
Hold my beer.
I was putting this thing together. I was like, wow, this thing's solid. I mean, it's big. I mean, I can sit in it. My ass fits in it. It's nice.
Nice.
So, you know what?
Captain's chair.
Should be able to, I got armrests now and
Oh, it's comfy and squishy.
nice and comfy. So let's see how it works out.
Holds everything in the right place.
Yes.
There you go.
So again, the weekend,
Mhm.
we had problems. We recorded Friday.
We did.
And then Trump attacked Iran on Saturday.
God.
But we had recorded Brand X, and I was drunk and after you guys left, I crawled upstairs and went to bed. I said, I'm going to take an hour nap. And then I woke up and I had all these texts. Oh, how do you like it now? How do you like your Trump now that
Your
you voted for
president.
Trump? Yeah, we're going to World War III now. I'm like, what? What the hell happened? So.
All right, wait, hold on. The comments are like, Tom's going bonkers in the comments.
Listen, Tom,
All right,
I got a
no.
lot of bad feedback from you. Our audience does not like you a little bit.
So, well,
Should I read some of these comments?
I can pop them up. Basically, it's apparently I don't know if this is a hoax or not, but it's fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran. There will be a complete and total ceasefire in approximately 6 hours when they have wound down and completed their in their progressive. I can't read this in their progress. I guess final missions for 12 hours. I don't know. So I guess we'll find out.
This is one of the messages I got. Will Tom be on today's episode? Because Tom's voice makes me want to relapse and snort cocaine off an asshole of a cougar. I'm like, is that a bad thing?
Will she be happy about that?
I don't know. I do have some, I'll be honest with you. A part of this is, do I like, I kind of like the meltdowns. I do like the meltdowns, but some of them are like really, really ridiculous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle some of these liberal meltdowns.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Through the episode. Here's one.
Miss the days when people who joined cults dropped out of society. You want to go drink raw milk? You want to worship a billionaire? Great! Go do it away from me. I am so tired of their insanity being our problem.
All right, hold on, bitch.
Are we
Let me
sure
just say
phony accent there?
Oh, I don't know. But how about we're sick of you pretending that men can be women? How about that? How about? Yeah, I mean, this is the shit we're talking about. We're in a cult. They're in a cult.
Not that disconnect and from reality. The problem's us, clearly.
Right. And it's okay to let millions of people unvetted into this country. What could go wrong there? It's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. Mr. Decaf, it's nice to see you, Matt. Damn, haven't seen you in a coon's age. All right, let me get back to my liberal little darling here.
Okay.
Tom's saying who says the war's over? He who? Stop bringing Tom's comments up.
Okay.
He's already aggravating me.
Right,
I'm 9 minutes into the show and he's pissing me off. He's the smart guy. He's supposed to be able to write shit. He put that back up again.
You just said not to.
I know I did. I did.
All right, hang on. Trump is saying the war is over.
You sure of that? Because I don't know. He who? Bob? Is Bob saying? Oh, Trump is saying the war's over. Okay, good.
Okay, are we good? All right.
Does Trump know? I don't know if Trump knows or not.
I don't know, but once we wandered off from this dipshit sitting in her car because clearly that's the only way we can record messages.
I guess we're going to get into the Iran shit in a second.
Want to be disconnected from reality and you want to talk to us about it? No! If you're going to be this disconnected with reality, I don't want to chat. I don't want to have beef with Canada. I want clean national parks and proper safeguarding of nukes. Go drink Kool-Aid in a jungle together and leave the rest of us alone.
Yeah, that's fine.
She's that play acty, like,
I
go
have-
leave us alone.
I have no problem leaving her alone. None.
All right. So here, Budweiser confirmed. Trump tweeted there's a ceasefire reached. Long story short.
Okay.
And Cody verified that. So.
Okay. All right.
Thank
All right. Well, then I appreciate that, Tom.
Okay.
Jesus
Now
Christ.
you just yelled at him.
That's what I do. It's the.
All right. So
It
here-
is. Let me get into the Iran shit.
All right.
If I could find it right here.
All right. Well, Cody wrote, Israel and Iran agreed to an unconditional ceasefire in 12 hours.
Well, you know, sometimes I can't break it down for the ethnic people in our audience. But this lady right here, she broke the whole thing down and did an amazing job. I mean, hats off to this lady. Here we go.
All right. I did the serious video about what's going on in Iran, but now I'm finna break it down in a nutshell what happened, all right? Okay, so from the beginning, well, somewhere from the beginning. All right. Netanyahu, I call him Yahoo. That's the man over there in Israel, right? He kept saying, hey, Iran got nukes, and I'm going to go and hit their ass up because they got nukes, and they keep saying they're going to wipe us off the map, so I'm going to just hit his ass first. Donald Trump said, okay, let me tell you what's going to happen. All right, I'm going to send my folks over there. I'm going to send Tulsi Gabbard over there, and she going to see if they got nukes. So she went over there with her intelligence team in March, and she said, hey, it look like they ain't got no nukes. And Trump said, all right, cool, that's fine. They ain't got no nukes. He done went and told Yahoo, listen. She done went over there and checked. Rock and Roller Ayatollah ain't got no nukes. She done went and checked. So I'm going to need for y'all to chill out. And like my plan was, is peace, and we all finna make some bread. Well, Yahoo just wasn't satisfied with that shit because he war hungry. Looked like he want to stay in power forever, and as long as they at war, he gonna keep his seat. So he was like, nah, I know they got some nukes, and I'm finna go over there and strike their ass. Donald Trump was like, hey, player, don't do that. We want peace. Well, Ayatollah Khomeini said, Rock and Roller Ayatollah, he said, death to America. Trump said, look, I done already told you I ain't in that shit. I'm not sending Israel no money. I'm not sending them no weapons. I'm just not in that shit. Leave America out of this. We ain't fucking with nobody. We want peace over here, right? All right, they get into it. Israel go and bomb their ass, and I'm talking about bomb their ass, right? So Rock and Roll Ayatollah was like, oh shit, oh this how we playing? All right, everybody finna feel it. Donald Trump said, hey, who the fuck is everybody? I just told you.
Trump said, who the fuck that? Hey, who the fuck's everybody? I told you we ain't in this shit. Now all of a sudden,
you know what?
everybody? Am I
love
everybody?
it. I
mean,
love this breakdown.
she's got it
Benji
down.
Yahoo and
Yeah.
Rock and Roller Ayatollah.
Rock and Roll Ayatollah. Hold on.
America's not in it.
Chick's awesome.
We don't want nothing to do with this, player. I don't know how many times I got to tell you, we want peace. We really want y'all to shake hands, but since y'all on that gangster shit, we just gonna bow out gracefully. They said that shit again, death to America. Everybody gonna feel it, sending out all them threats. So DJT ain't finna take that shit laying down because he always been a G, uppercase G at that. So Trump was like, all right, bet. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen in 2 weeks, and then in 2 weeks, if we ain't broke a peace, then we gonna figure something out. Well, behind the scenes, DJT was like, well, I done found out you got 3 sites where you could have been making nukes. And so since you still talking big shit, big game player, I'm finna send some shit over there, and we just gonna get rid of that shit where you could have been making nukes, all right? Boom. So he go and send 3 strikes. He just obliterated 3 nuclear sites over there in Iran. And when I say nuclear sites, I'm talking about where they could have been making bombs underground, right? So what they drop could go through, like, I think 20 feet of concrete, you know, like the big shits, right? So they just went over there and they obliterated 3 nuclear sites. So Trump basically, from what I can see, is saying, all right, what you thought they had, I done went and took that shit away. Now you ain't got no reason to keep going over there and fucking with them. I told you I wasn't finna get rid of their supreme leader, Rock and Roller Ayatollah. He's still over there. And as for you, Rock and Roller Ayatollah, keep our name out your motherfucking mouth like I told you from the beginning.
A bitch owns ketchup.
That's it in a nutshell. Now we gonna see how this shit go. North Korea pipe down, China pipe down. Cause again, we ain't scared of shit now, but we do want peace. Now let's get together, stop all this beef so we can make some bread. That's it in a nutshell.
That warms my heart, to be honest with you. Yes, it does.
I thought she did pretty good.
I was amazed by the whole thing. I'm like, because I felt
That's
felt
a great
myself
breakdown.
when I first heard this. I'm like, That's it. You get it, girl. How about Mike in the background hitting them drops, man? He makes me sound good.
He does. He does.
All right. So then So we have the so now I guess the Ayatollah of Rockarola, he makes a speech.
Then I'm like, this baby motherfucker better not blow up by nuclear shit, or I'm gonna go loco on this bitch. And then he blows up all my nuclear shit, and I'm like, call my generals. And they tell me, they're all dead, sir. And I'm like, assemble the army. And they're like, they're dead too, sir. So then I'm like, launch the friggin' missiles. And they're like, sir, they're gone, sir. So I'm like, what the fuck?
I love AI. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if it kills us in 5 or 6 years. Anyhow, I'm going to ride that fucking wave right to the beach.
Well, as when the overlords come get us, we'll know.
Yes. I'll be ready. I'm half ready now.
We are Jamingo, remember? Borg?
Yes. I'm the Borg.
We are Borg.
There's another one of the Ayatollah Rockarola. Come on, John.
Come on.
Where is it?
Ayatollah.
There it is. After we bombed the shit out of him, he came back.
Okay, I know some of you crazy motherfuckers are calling for death to America and crazy shit like that. But let's get real, people. The new American president with the nice hair is not fucking around, okay? He specifically told me he would shove a bunker buster missile up my ass if I ever harmed any American. And I don't know about you, but that shit sounds painful as hell. So let's all just chill a little bit, okay? Go fuck a goat or whatever you crazy guys do in your spare time, okay? Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
And I'm like,
oops. You lying.
Jeez. Oh, shit. Well,
I mean,
how you feel, John.
Well, everybody's freaking the fuck out through this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I kind of see what he's doing in a way Trump's doing. He's like, we're going to hit you. All right, now, listen, we can have peace. Or if you want to let this thing go a little bit further, I get there's plenty of targets to hit, and they're a lot easier to hit now. So, I mean, Iran sending missiles into Israel, and they're all in their bunkers and shit. And I guess now they're saying it's over. But before they did this, you know what? Why don't we just get into? We got to do some Trump tweets.
So early.
Get to the first one. Well, because it actually does fit.
It ties in.
Here we go.
It's time for Trump. Tweets read by Kate. Will Trump be happy or irate? Will it make us laugh or will it be a groaner? Either way, Sparky Toaster will have a raging boner. Have a raging boner.
I don't know which one's ready. Damn it. That's not it. Fuck.
I'm looking at it. I can read it. So if you want
Yeah, all right. Okay. Hang on a second.
All right. It's the
Let me get
it's
it.
the top one. That's the one I have.
Let me get it here. There we go.
Okay. We have completed our very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordow. All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There's not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Great story. Compelling and rich.
It's terrible. I could not get those fucking names. You'd think I would, because, history and all.
Yes.
Yes.
Come on now. Let's bring this thing home.
I just read it. I just read that.
That's the one you just read?
Yes.
Fuck.
Why are you yelling at me?
You're an idiot. Thank you. What's the one that I just had?
I don't know.
I fucked this whole thing up.
Oh, my goodness.
There's
All right, John
1955.
warned me earlier today that
I
this
said,
might be a little twitchy.
I'm very twitchy today. I didn't get a chance to.
Yeah.
To.
Bud
I know,
Booger
I
says you're
thought
having
it was
heat stroke. Yeah.
A little
It's the-
bit. Is this the one?
No, absolutely
not
not. I'm not reading that.
I'll get them all the fuck up there. I don't care. Let's
Yes.
remove that one.
All
Hold
right.
on. God damn it.
I'll give you a hint. It starts with Iran.
I understand that, but it doesn't. Fucker. Now what did I? Oh, I took Mike out. Hold on.
Stop taking Mike out.
I got to get rid of some of this shit.
John just keeps clicking shit. Oh
Damn
my
it.
goodness.
That's the one you read. Just
one
read the other one. I don't know what I'm doing
All
here.
right.
Fuck's sake.
Iran has officially responded to our obliteration of their nuclear facilities with a very weak response, which we expected, and have very effectively countered. There have been 14 missiles fired, 13 were knocked down, and one was set free because it was headed into a non-threatening direction. I am pleased to report that no Americans were harmed and hardly any damage was done. Most importantly, they've gotten it all out of their system, and there will hopefully be no further hate. I want to thank Iran for giving us early notice, which made it possible for no lives to be lost and nobody to be injured. Perhaps Iran can now proceed to peace and harmony in the region, and I will enthusiastically encourage Israel to do the same. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
It's time for Trump. Tweets read by Kate will Trump. Be happy or irate. Will it make us laugh or will it be a groaner? Either way, Sparky Toaster will have a raging boner. Have a raging boner.
So it's all. Whoops. Hold on. We got to move back again. I can't be on the right. I can't be on this side. It's like being on the wrong side of the bed. You know, when
Absolutely.
you're married, you sleep on the same. It's like
Yeah.
someone moves you, you can't do it.
Oh, no.
All right. So here's what happened today. Iran calls up Qatar and says, "You know what we're going to do? We're going to send over 6 rockets. We're going to shoot them towards the base. Please shoot them down because I don't want anything to do, but we have to do something." All right. So we're going to tell them to get this shit out the way. Everybody get in a shelter in place. We're going to shoot 6 rockets. You shoot them down and then we'll be done with this shit. Okay. Oh, we got to do something. I got to save face. Now they're saying that the supreme leader of Iran and his family are about ready to skedaddle out of Iran. Like,
Oh, hells yeah, they are.
and so that means they're going to have a new leader.
They get a new leader like every, what?
Do they really? I didn't think
Well, maybe
so.
not- it seems like new generals seem to be popping up.
Oh, generals. Yeah. Cause
yeah.
you know,
Time a dozen, man.
Yeah,
We
we
just
just-
who's next? Just pass the torch.
yeah, they just kill them. So hopefully this will be done and behind us.
Yeah.
And then hopefully Iran will knock that shit off. Where's he going? I don't know.
Not
You know, this-
America.
Yeah, they'll just send
No
him to
hiding
some.
here.
Maybe he'll go to Qatar, whatever it's
I
called.
think they call it Qatar.
Qatar. Yeah.
I think I've called it Qatar for years.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
Like
it's
Kiev.
hysterical that they would.
Yeah.
Just the whole thing seems like it's like a bad TV show.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like a sitcom, in my humble opinion.
Yeah. It's,
So anyhow,
it's
I don't want to talk about this anymore because they're all freaking out. Oh, can we impeach Trump now, please?
So Dean asks, "I'm going to sponsor my family." I don't know them over there. So
You don't know any of the family over there?
A lot of them have probably passed on, the ones that I had met. So
Okay.
at this point, it's probably like cousins and, second cousins sort of thing. So I don't know.
All right, it's time for a liberal meltdown.
Hey, I'm coming on a serious note today. When is the time that we're going to take care of this dictator that y'all voted in? You guys did this. We voted for the people in the House to take care of this shit. When are you guys going to do that? Let's put all niceties aside. He needs to get out. Our people are suffering. And now he does this shit with the bombing. When is it going to be enough? When is it going to be enough that someone's going to step in and let the Republicans know that this is not going to happen?
Stop whining.
I'll be honest with you. Taking one look at this lady, she's got pink, scraggly hair. What the fuck is those eyebrows? They've got to be tattooed on, right? They're not. They're Spocks, right? They're basically
they're probably
Spocks.
those are probably penciled in because you can do that. with
Penciled?
makeup. Well, a lot of pencil, a lot of fucking pencil.
It's like big, thick black magic marker.
The problem is she's fugly. She has ginormous eyebrows. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't want to smash.
She's
people on
got
their
like
looks, but
thick
she-
Nancy Pelosi's.
she's done everything to make herself look awful. She looks like
You're so ugly you could be a modern art masterpiece.
Here you go, Dee Snyder. Like literally, like you're not wrong. Like she
Yes.
looks like a fucking.
You're so ugly you could be a modern art.
All right, we got it.
She went
Yeah,
pink or
Mike.
something.
Okay, Mike. I love it.
Yeah, she just looks rough. I mean, it just stop. I was having a hard time concentrating on what she was saying.
You know,
frankly,
I got to also tell you, here's the other problem. Do you realize that we've missed, it's actually still Pride Month. And we haven't done anything about Pride.
oh God, who cares?
I mean, the Boomer Bunker, we're an inclusive podcast. We are for gay pride.
Yeah.
All right. And so in Maine, in Maine, they had a drag queen do the weather.
Hello, everybody. I am Chartreuse Money, and today, as current temperatures right here, Saturday, it's 2:40 p.m. Honey, it is 80 degrees here in Portland.
Oh, there we shot a little bit.
In Portland.
In Portland. Look, I mean, holy cow.
God damn, it's hot. My makeup's melting.
my makeup's melting. Mimi from the Drew Carey show's on there
Yeah.
doing the weather.
Less colorful. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Why are they? Do not enough people watch the news anymore?
Well, it's gay pride, so they're letting her do the weather. Oh, here we go.
Right now, honey, and we are feeling the effects. The sun is out. All it took was a pride parade to bring the sunshine out today, but honey, it is hot all over the state. We got 78 degrees in Lewiston. I know the people of Lewiston, Auburn are probably celebrating and jumping in the river. Please don't do that. Be safe because it is hot, 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 and we need to find relief. Sanford's 81. Portsmouth down in New Hampshire is a lovely 83. Honey, the water is 56 degrees, okay? Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds so tropical, but you still got to be careful, okay? Hypothermia is real, so take it easy. 78 degrees in Waterville, 71 degrees in Greenville, and 76 in Millinocket. And shout out to my friends up in Caribou. I see you up there, Caribou. It's 73 degrees up there. Hope you're having a good old time.
Actually, I think they did great.
Oh, she did fantastic doing the weather.
Honey.
Whatever.
Honey.
All right. But you know what? I would rather be in Mexico. Did you ever see Mexican weather people? Did you ever see the Mexican weather people?
Yes, I believe there's a podcaster we would watch in the morning who always played the Mexican weather ladies.
La temperatura marca 23 grados. En esta ocasión tenemos vientos provenientes del noroeste en los 5 kilómetros.
My God, look at that specimen. Holy mackerel.
Look at the weather on that one.
Look at the weather on that one. Boy, she's got some big old
She looks
giant.
amazing. That's so shitty. Aw.
All right. So we have,
Everybody, I am Chartreuse
we have
Money.
that.
That's what
Where we-
America has.
Right.
Yeah,
This is
too bad you can
America.
burn side by
Temperatures
side.
right here. Saturday, it's
La humedad se mantiene muy baja en el 30%.
Muy
y la
bante,
marcando los
glante,
19
ventio,
milímetros.
Muy
vamos a
whatever.
El día de hoy ya
empestando.
alcanzamos la máxima
Muy
temperatura,
caliente.
los 26 grados centígrados. Esperamos que en el transcurso del día la temperatura continúe
Yeah, wobbly.
descendiendo, llegando hoy por la noche hasta los 17 grados centígrados.
Who cares if she can? I don't even care what she's. I don't care if she's screwing the weather up. Sparky says she can walk across my border anytime. Sparky,
very
I got
pretty.
some good news for you. She's got an OnlyFans, and her name is. Let me get her name right because I wanted to make sure I got this. Her
Do you have the link
name-
for everybody?
No, I didn't get the link. You're gonna have to do your own. Do
Sparky's
your own
all
stuff.
excited. He's, woo!
Yeah, where is it?
That's a tease.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Her name is Janet Garcia. Janet Garcia.
Janet. How do you spell that?
Yanet, just like it sounds. Janet Garcia. She has an OnlyFans, so go check it out.
GARCIA.
Yeah, GARCIA. OnlyFans.
There you go, folks.
But Mimi Bobek.
Mimi Bobek. We're not responsible for what you find.
Yeah, we're not
Google Mimi
responsible.
Bobek.
No, Mimi Bobeck was the first one, the drag queen. She looked like what's her name? Mimi Bobeck from
Mimi
the
Bobeck from
Drew
Carey show.
Drew Carey, yeah. All right. You said today that you had a story about something that happened in your family
Yeah.
that you wanted to try to get into.
Yeah, it's just something silly, but it made me. Now it's funny, but at the moment it was very stressful. So, as everybody may know, my eldest daughter and her now fiance bought a house and moved to Virginia. So it's like a 7-hour car ride. So they did not get all of their belongings on the moving truck. I don't know why they didn't. So they have.
What do you
been
mean they
driving-
didn't get them? Where did they go?
When they
They left them behind?
They left some things behind. They did not empty some things out. They ran behind on getting things packed. So they're like, well, we'll come back and get it. I'm like, all right, you paid for a moving truck and guys to drive you out of state, but who am I to say anything different? So they've been driving back and forth. My daughter came up 2 weeks ago, thought she could easily put it all in the back of her car. Incorrect. So the fiance came up this weekend. Now they're alternating weekends now because they have dogs. Drove up, collected all the stuff, the last of the stuff out of the house they were living in, which was owned by his parents. So they were renting that.
Okay.
Load up the car. He drives off on Sunday. So they take everything out of the house. Off he goes. He buckles it down, this and that and the other. Driving down 95, all the highways, whatever. At one point, he notices that something blew off the back of the truck. He lost the
Oh,
box.
no.
Right. So he pulls over, readjusts, took him like a half hour to put tighten everything back up as you do, and attempts to go back and look for it. It's gone. He finds like broken pieces of the box and a couple pieces of whatever. And so that's that. Drives down there. They're unloading things. Now, my daughter had some of the things that were in her attic were things from her childhood, like sentimental things and stuff like that. No. So she opens a box. Now, sidebar, you have 4 daughters. Did any of them own something called American Girl?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So American Girl dolls, for those who don't know, are $100 a doll. They're beautiful. They're nicely done. The girls play with them and they dress them up, and it's a nice market. It's a nice racket, really, to afford them. So my mother had indulged the girls. They got some from gifts for me, and then my mother, of course, overspoiled them. So keep that in the back of your head. So Moore's unloading the boxes, my daughter, and she finds some of her American Girl things and goes, where are the rest of them? And Cody just goes, So now she literally melts down right on the spot. 29 years old, cries because now the dolls are missing. She's just like, it's just her stuff, like her childhood. Like,
I get it.
So she calls, she calls panic, like she calls me. I'm out walking. So I'm like, hey, I'll call you back. She calls the husband. He deals with her, calls me. I get back to the house. Now we're crawling. She's like, please tell me that you still have my dolls. So now I'm tearing the house apart looking for him. Can't find him. So we go up in the attic, which is like 95 degrees.
Okay.
Hot, still, dusty, full of boxes. Now we are rummaging through the attic for a half hour. And it's not a stand-up attic. It's, move boxes around and dig and dig and dig. Pull boxes out. That's not it. It's the other kids' dolls, other stuff. We finally get into the back, like the last box. Like it was literally the last box in the last row. Box full of American Girl dolls. So we call her up and she's like, oh, thank God. But it was like the nightmare of she was hysterical. Absolutely hysterical over it. I think it's just more like she loved those dolls, and it's just the fond memories of it. And like now I think it's the stress of buying a very expensive house for them, and then just everything's on fire, and then he lost her dolls, which he didn't. But
of course, they blame it on the guy, right?
Well,
and she didn't even have it at the house.
Well, I didn't pack the truck. I didn't tie them down.
The dolls were never in her apartment.
She thought they were.
I understand. She thought they were. Let me just say something to you. You guys are amazing. I don't know about this.
I didn't blame
I don't know
him.
if you're amazing parents or you're
Oh no, I'm amazing.
enabling parents. Because I would have said, it's 95 degrees.
No.
I'm not going up in the attic and looking for dolls. The next time you're here, if you want to go upstairs and look for the dolls, you can come over here and look for the dolls all you want.
No, because I wanted it put to rest. And I was not the only one who wanted to find them.
Okay. I'm telling you right now, I would have not. Now, I'll tell you what. I know what would have happened. If this was at my house, I know what would have happened. My ex-wife would have crawled up into the attic.
Yeah. he's still current.
And yeah, I would have crawled up into the attic, and then she would have went through every box, and then she'd have came down all sweaty and everything, and said, "I found them," and I would have went, "Okay." I mean,
no, I could not look.
See, this is why the kids are the way they are today.
Why?
This really is the way the kids are.
She has her own house. Like, she just wanted to know if we had her dolls. It wasn't a problem.
Her dolls. She's how old?
She's 28.
28 years old.
She didn't want to play with them. It's just she wanted to know
I
they were
understand
safe.
that, but she's 28 years old, and she.
What, you have nothing that you're attached to? Nothing?
Nothing that I would melt down at.
All right. Well, you're grown.
Nothing that there's not one thing that I had that I would melt down at, and then call my mom and make them go through their whole attic looking for.
Great parenting.
I am. I do.
I don't know about this. I don't know. I think again, they're 29. All right, they're not kids anymore.
Well,
what were you doing
the
at 29?
The chat disagrees. There you go,
I don't care if the
little
chat disagrees. They're wrong too. What
There
do you want from me?
Cody
This
says,
isn't
don't throw away my Star Wars shit.
okay.
That's how I am with my Transformers. I don't know if he's joking with me. So, okay, so Sparky asked, so have they figured out what it was that fell out of the back of the truck? Yes, they figured it was some of her
had to be
some
hers.
some home decor decoration things. It
Oh, okay.
wasn't-
Well, thank God it was that.
Yeah. So, here you go. John, if this would have been your kids, would you have burned the dolls after your ex pulled them out of the attic?
No,
and said-
I wouldn't have done
said-
that. But
yeah.
this is what I would have said. Well, again, you can't tell a woman anything, especially your wife. You can't tell her shit. So, she says, well, we got to go up there and look in the attic. What's this wee white man? I'm not going up there.
It wasn't
mean-
my idea to go look in the attic.
Whose idea was it? Paul's?
Mhm.
All right, well, let Paul go up in the attic.
He did. I helped him. What am I going to do? Just stand there and watch him like drag
Yeah,
shit
well,
around?
of course, you're going to go up there and drag everything out and look for these
I'm gonna
dolls.
help him. I'm not an asshole.
I mean, I would have said, hey, listen, next time you're up, what are you going to do with the dolls anyhow?
She's getting them now.
How long has she been out of the house?
5 years.
5 years. You've been out of the house for 5 years and you didn't even know these goddamn things
No,
were
she
gone.
did. She knew. She knew.
All right.
Look, we packed them. We knew, but we thought, father and I thought we gave them to her. She
Okay.
thought they were in the boxes that were in the truck. So
Right.
when she unpacked some of the stuff and not all of the stuff,
Well, she did.
then she got upset.
Okay. I get being upset.
Okay.
For 5 minutes and then you go as an adult.
You're so
As-
mean.
As an adult, you say, well, okay. Next time I'm in Jersey, I'll go up in the attic and look around and see if I can find my dolls. If not, what are you going to do?
No, she.
This shit happens.
Dad to the rescue. Dad
Of
was
course.
happy to look.
Oh, I'm a horrible
Well,
father
you're a
then.
grumpy old fart, man.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm just. I don't. First of all, I guess I parent the way I was parented. So in other words, if I'd have told, I can. Well, you know what? If it happened to me, they'd be like, "What are you, some kind of pussy?" And they wouldn't have done anything. But if it was my sister, you know what? Yeah, my dad would have went up in the goddamn attic and looked all over. Yeah, because that's the way my dad. Oh my God, with my sister, whatever. Imagine losing my pee bucket, John. How would you feel? I would just order another one. That's all.
I'm not ordering more of these dolls. But
I mean, yeah, well, I wouldn't either. You know what we had to get for my daughter? It was one of those dolls that they make that look like the daughter. Is that an all-American doll?
it isn't. The American Girl has a style. It's called like Just Like Me or something dolls. Yeah.
Right. So then what they do is they find out the size of your child and they make this doll. And I'm not, this isn't
Oh,
a
is it
little
life
doll.
size?
This is
Oh, no,
like,
that's creepy.
it's like 3 feet tall.
Oh no.
I forget how much. It was like $250 back in, I don't know, 20 years ago. And that's right. Keep the generational trauma alive.
No wonder
That's right.
kids are fucked
Yeah, tough them up a little bit. That's all. So then we had to do that. And then what they did was they dressed the doll and then they also gave clothes for the girl. So
Yeah,
when
I've
they
seen
opened it
those.
up, you had a doll, and then you could put the clothes on and you had the same
Matching,
outfit as the doll did. I gotta be honest with you. That thing looks so much like my daughter. It creeped me the fuck out. I hated that thing. I hated it. I was like, God damn, that thing's. And again, I watched that movie where the doll came to life and started killing everybody
Chucky
in the
and
house.
Stuff, yeah.
No, well, Chucky, but there was another one. It was Terror, whatever, of terror. I forget what it was called. It's like 68 or something. I was a kid when I saw it, and that scared the shit out of me. Speaking of,
so that's that. But you know, it's look, my daughters were both very fond of these dolls, and it was like we did not have a lot of money to buy them like the fancy dolls, and like she had girlfriends that had like 7, 8, 9 of them, which is insane to me. Like that you could just dump money like that. So it was a special gift, like it was a Christmas gift, it was a birthday gift. That was like the gift. So and they took good care of them. So it was like the fact that it's not like she wanted to play with them, but I think she wanted to like display them eventually or have them, you know, whatever. Just the fact that she knew she had them. So and then the fact that she thought they were gone just made her very sad. Like she was crying. I felt bad. Baby.
All right, let me just explain to you my childhood.
I adopted 2 guinea pigs because my daughter's like, oh, you feel bad.
I one's still there.
It's still fucking hanging in.
As soon as they'd left the house, I'd have went out and looked for a hawk and I'd have thrown it in the air. Catch.
Let me tell you, one night I finished podcasting and that thing was on its side with its legs out. And I'm like, oh, it fucking died on the podcast. And I didn't even notice, but it was fine. I went, oh my God. And it jumped up. I was like, Jesus Christ. It's like right there. I'm looking at it.
So when I was 5 years old, there was a horse that you would ride. It was like I guess the only thing I can tell you, it was like a merry-go-round horse that you, right?
Okay.
But it had like a metal frame and springs, and you get on it and rock it back. I guess it was Rocking Horse. I was 5 years old, and its name was Blaze. And the thing about Blaze was you had a cord on the side, and you would pull it, and it would say stuff, and it would go, you know?
Okay.
I had to get Blaze. So for Christmas, Santa Claus came and gave me Blaze, and I came out, and I was so excited. I'm riding Blaze. I love Blaze. They put Blaze in my room. 3 days later, and I still remember this right now. I can still see it in my memory. This is how all right. Blaze, I had a dream where Blaze came and bit me and kept biting me. And I woke up screaming. In the middle of the night, my dad had to take the horse out of the house because I wouldn't go back to sleep because the horse was going to attack me. And my father, I don't know. I was in my 20s, and he said, yeah, just like that fucking horse. I spent all that money on that horse, and I had to sit out in the yard because you were fucking afraid of it because you had a nightmare. I'm like, really, Dad? It was 30 years ago. For Christ's sake.
My daughters had, at one point, my youngest one had, when the Wiggles were popular, my mother indulged these girls.
Of course, that's what grandparents do.
Oh, my God, she did. And she bought my youngest every Wiggle doll. And a couple of them, if you like squeeze them, would sing, or you know they'd sing the stupid fruit salad, yummy, yummy, whatever the damn songs were. And at one point, like my daughter had them lined down the side of her bed. It was like all 4 Wiggles and then the other little characters. And well, she'd roll over in the middle of the night, and the things would be like, it'd start singing, and she'd start screaming. So every night we had to like scrape them off her bed and put them in the toy box because she didn't want them on her bed, but she didn't want them not in her room. But she didn't want them on her bed.
And she couldn't do it.
Well, now after that night, we learned to put them away every night. but it was just, you know,
put them away.
No, she put them away.
Oh, the kid. Okay.
Yeah. But
Gotcha.
She knew she didn't want them on the bed because it's every time she rolled over, something would sing or make noise. And if you're not prepared for that, I guess she just wasn't a fan.
All right. I get it.
Our persnickety children, right?
All right. Speaking of pussies.
Blaze from a drag queen?
No, it was just a horse. Damn it.
Was it black and white or was it brown?
It was black and white, yeah.
I found it. Do you want one? We can get it on eBay.
I don't want. How much is it on eBay?
Let me go look right now. Now I have to look. I just
now you gotta look.
Because that's $250.
Wow. God damn.
I
think that thing sat out in the rain until you pulled the cord, and it sat out in the rain until it got rusty and it wouldn't talk anymore. My dad threw it in the trash. And it didn't even last a year. What was my dad pissed? That really stuck in his cruel.
Nostalgia wins. Yes, it does.
All right. Speaking of pussies, Alex Padilla is still crying.
God,
still crying.
Who are you?
It happens.
Wasn't he like 5 incidents ago?
Oh my God. Here we go.
The president of the Senate where you served. He also went to Yale. I assume that he knows your name is.
All right. So what he's talking about now is because J.D. Vance referred to Alex Padilla as Jose Padilla.
Yeah, that's not cool. That's not good.
Maybe he was like me and then just got the name screwed up and forgot.
Alex Padilla. Your response to him calling you Jose?
Oh, he knows my name. He knows my name. Look, sadly, it's just an indicator of how petty and unserious this administration is. But he's the vice president of the United States. You think he'd take the situation in Los Angeles more seriously? You know, you think maybe he'd take a moment to talk to some of the families who have been impacted, have been terrorized, to feel what's really going on the ground. I mean, you saw him shaking hands with Marines, but did he listen to the Marines? Because we have, you know, report after report of the Marines, so many of the Marines themselves that don't want to be there. That's not why they enlisted. Or if not the migrant families, how about the employers who I know are speaking up because they're concerned about their workforce? We've got a lot of important work to do, but this is how the vice president chooses to act, and that says a lot.
It says a lot.
He's just a bitch. He's just trying to justify why he's there.
Again, he's just trying to get to you. Please remember
He
my
knows
name.
my name. No,
Please remember
There's
my
a baseball
name.
player that's Jose Padilla.
Right. I think
Yeah.
he's a baseball player or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So then Karen Bass, the horrific mayor of Los Angeles, she's so upset about JD too.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
outraged.
Yeah, she should pay attention.
And finally,
to what's going on in her own town.
Finally,
Mr. Vice President, how dare you
Oh.
disrespect our senator? You don't know his name, but yet you served with him before you were vice president, and you continue to serve with him today, because the last time I checked, the vice president of the United States is the president of the U.S. Senate. You serve with him today, and how dare you disrespect him and call him Jose? But I guess he just looked like anybody to you. Well, he's not just anybody to us. He is our senator.
He's a nobody.
How
No one
dare
cares
you.
who he is. He didn't get elected. They placed him.
Jesus. I mean,
God, she should
lady-
pay attention to her fucking city burning.
Yeah,
up
do
and
your
not worry about
job. Shut up and do your job. All right. So
your next Karen.
yeah, again, so finally JD Vance, he addressed the situation.
Honestly, I couldn't give two shits if the guy's name is Jose, Alex, Pepe, Panchito, Nacho Libre, Chachito, Cholito, Paposito, or whatever. I'm just saying he shouldn't be acting like a little bitch. That's all. I thought Mexicans were supposed to be tough. This guy's been crying like a little bitch for a week.
I'm sorry, but
Got me for a
lo-
second. I was like, uh-oh. Damn, I wish he said that.
I love AI. I absolutely love AI.
That's fantastic. I'm surprised that they just didn't play it on MSNBC. This is what he had to say. Clearly knowing either way.
All right. Well, you guys know that I am the king of crockpot cooking, right?
Yes.
Like I love my crockpot. I do so much with crockpot cooking.
Especially when it's so hot. Ugh.
I know.
Don't use the oven, folks.
But here's something. I was wondering if anybody in the audience would you eat this?
Foods in the world, cow vagina. It's packed with bacteria, and eating too much can be risky for your health. But in Vietnam, people absolutely love it. First, it's thoroughly washed and massaged to remove the strong odor. Then,
yeah, it is.
Stop that.
All right, well, let's find out what they do with it next. They wash it, they massage it, they finger it.
And then the breathing.
I'm not gay. I eat cow pussy.
the breathing holes are carefully cleaned by hand, and the black outer skin is peeled off, revealing a clean white surface underneath. Tiny hairs are also removed to make it comfortable to eat. After
it gives it a Brazilian.
Why didn't they just narrate or something?
Narrate?
After that, it's marinated with lemon to freshen up the flavor. Then it goes into a pot with local red fruit and coconut milk and simmers slowly. Chili and garlic are added for an extra kick. As it cooks, it turns a vibrant red and the texture becomes rich and chewy. Finally, it's thinly
rich and chewy, Duchess.
Sliced and served with fresh Vietnamese vegetables and dipping sauce. At first, people might hesitate, but once they try it, they're often surprised by how delicious.
I have a delicious cookie. It's so tasty and sweet.
The comments. Oh, it tastes like batteries.
Does it taste like batteries?
Mr. Decaf.
I've eaten hairy before. It makes you a man. That's right. Well, so have I. Because back in the day, nobody even shaved down there. You just go down there with a weed whacker. 2 days later, you'd be still going trying to get the air out of the back of your
Did
throat.
you
I
see
get it.
wasn't there a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode with that Larry David? He had caught, and it was like the whole episode was him going.
Oh, I didn't see.
Oh my God! Yeah. All right, I'm knowing way too much about some of you guys. I just
Oh, Budweiser got a hair behind his tooth once. Do you have to go to the dentist to get it out? Oh, that must be horrible.
He must have been trying to pull it out with tweezers. I mean, God.
I don't know.
I don't even know what to say to that. I'm sorry, I saw that. Oh.
Peg Bundy was up on Capitol Hill. She was in some kind of meeting. And I got to be honest with you. I love me a good cat fight, but I've had enough of at both sides, Republican, Democrat, where they go, all right, yes or no, yes or no. Well, yes, because it's a big gotcha. They think they got something and they want a yes or no answer. They don't want an explanation because you know what? The explanation. Thank you. Yay. 3 times the charm.
Okay.
The explanation will actually make sense, but they can't have that because they're gonna have your gotcha moment. And when they don't get it, they start freaking the fuck out. Well, Pam Bondi was not having any of this, and the condescending look that Pam gives the, I guess, representative. I just love this.
You want to protect law enforcement, but
this is a Democrat from Pennsylvania, House of Representative from Pennsylvania. I don't know her name, and I don't care about her.
your principal, the president, pardoned every single one on January 6th. It rings hollow when you say these words, that if you spit on a police officer, we're going to go after you. Talk to my friends who are Capitol Police officers who were here, 5 of whom are no longer here. They are dead. And this administration, and I guess I want to ask you, did you have any advice for the president when he came forward with the blanket pardon on January 20th? What advice did you offer the president?
I am never going to talk about conversations, advice
Were you
in
asked
any
for-
way.
were you asked
I'm
for
never
Again, they got to interrupt. Let her answer. You ask the question. Now sit down there, zip it, shut the fuck up, and let her answer the question, and then redirect. Have her redirect. But no, but what's going on is you're ruining my viral moment. I want to know what you did or didn't do, and you just can't sit there and you're going to ruin this.
I'm going to talk about discussions I've had or
Because
have
you'll-
not had.
you'll
If I can
remember-
answer with the President of the
Yes or
United
no?
States.
Did you give him any advice? Yes or no?
I am not going to discuss any conversations
That's a
that
no.
I have had with it.
So that's a no. That's a no. I'm getting it anyhow. I'm getting my response anyhow. It's a no. I say it's a no, so it's a no. Back, or was it black back? No trade backs. Whatever they. What was this? How did they say when you were a kid? I don't remember.
And
And
you just put
your
words in
own
my
word-
mouth. I am
but-
not going to
No, I'm
discuss.
going to reveal your own words.
I am not.
Did you hear this? I mean, hold
Gonna
on.
reveal your own words. Is what-
Were you asked
I'm
for
never
advice?
going to talk about discussions I've had or
Because
have
you'll-
not had.
you'll
If I
remember-
can answer with the President of the United
Yes or no?
States.
Did you give him any advice? Yes or no?
I am not going to discuss any conversations
That's a
that
no.
I have had with it.
And
You just put
your
words in
own
my
word-
mouth. I
but-
am not going to
No, I'm
discuss.
going to reveal your own words.
I am not.
I'm going to reveal your own words.
Fuck you.
Exactly. This is where Pam Bundy should call her a cunt.
I'm
Mom,
going to
please stop.
discuss
Please stop. This
conversations
is my
that I've
time.
had with the President of the
You asked the question. Now it's time to hear the answer, and you don't want to hear the answer now because she didn't give you what you want. Where is the guy with the gavel? Where is the head muckety muck in here? Why is he smacking the gavel and saying, "Hey, shut the fuck up and let her answer the question"?
United States.
Attorney
you asked
General,
me a question.
I would like to reclaim
and
the
you
last
asked
20
me to
seconds.
answer.
I have asked to reclaim my time. Please put 20 seconds back on the clock.
You have an extra 30.
If the general,
She answered and then answered it again and answered it again with a non-answer.
She answered it again with a non-answer.
Oh, that's cool.
You mean she didn't give you the answer that you wanted? That's what you mean.
Oh, is that
I
mean
asked
old
for your-
lady with the purple hair? In the
Oh
middle?
yeah, she was
Oh,
in there
that
yelling at her too.
sour-faced bitch. Yeah.
Hagatha the
That's exactly what she looks like.
right. What just happened here? Okay, here we go.
Consideration
If the
of putting time
gentlelady-
on.
We'll let the witness answer the question. We will.
She answered it by saying no. Okay.
She didn't say no, you feckless cunt.
Can't even.
The three hallmarks of this administration are incompetence.
Madeline Dean,
Oh, like she has
4th
any
District
right to
of Pennsylvania. Oh, Kutztown, Pottstown, and whatever the heck name of that town is.
Abington.
Abington.
AB, yeah.
Corruption and cruelty. I'm going to focus today
Cruelty.
on corruption. And in my mind, there are two types of corruption, personal, and then the other I'm going to call public, governmental.
You go, Maddie.
Attorney General, have you ever been registered as an agent of a foreign principal under the Foreign Agents Registration Act?
I assume you're talking about when I represented the country of Qatar for a very short time.
The
Hold
answer is
on.
yes. No,
Hold
excuse
on.
me.
No.
Excuse me, stop trying to explain things and make sense of this. I want a yes or no answer. I want to say that you're a foreign agent and you were a foreign representative to Qatar.
For anti-human trafficking for the World Cup. Anti-human trafficking
Yes or
for
no?
the World Cup.
Attorney
you can't
General.
put words in my mouth. You want to talk about incompetence?
Here we
You're
go.
the one that
Excuse
said Joe Biden on PBS was competent. You had to retract those words.
Mr.
So don't
Chairman.
talk to me.
Mr. Chairman, she's attacking me, Mr. Chairman. I want this stricken from the record.
Don't insult me publicly.
This is so discourteous. This is so outside the committee's guidelines.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what you get? You get what you give. You're over there trying to make a name for yourself.
Nice.
And she's not playing your game and you're furious now because you look like a fucking smacked ass.
You're just a woman with a
Taking
small
a
brain.
Yeah, this
Personal
one.
shot at me while swiping at Biden.
How dare you?
Very strange and very unprofessional of you. The
Oh,
answer
that's
is
some
yes.
balls.
Yeah. After you
So
sit there, ask a
unprofessional
question,
to defend
then
yourself.
interrupt her, then say yes or no. Who's being unprofessional here?
You bitch!
Or no? And the answer is yes. You were registered as
Why even have her there? Why just ask the question and then answer it for her? Oh my God. I wanted to punch this lady in the face.
a lobbyist for Qatar. Is that correct? Yes. Never mind. Don't answer.
She just laughed. She just went.
Just look at the condescending looks, like she's like, I will not engage with you.
You're the guy
Did you
behind her.
disclose that when you went before for the Senate for confirmation? Yes or no? No, it was not in your documents. The answer is no. President Trump.
This was discussed at my confirmation hearings in detail.
It was it was discussed, but you failed to bring up the conflict that you had.
Oh, so we're rehashing shit that we've already went over for another gotcha moment? Lady, you're failing. White women can ruin everything. Exactly, Josh.
President Trump recently announced he'd accept that $400 million Qatar airplane because it was just prettier than the one he was flying around in. Is it true that you gave advice that this was legally permissible? Yes or no?
Now, didn't she just tell you that she's not going to discuss
Her
what she talked to the
conversations?
her
As her
conversations with the
clients?
president?
She represents the president. Like
Right.
She's not.
I'm not giving you. Right? So here we go again.
I will not discuss any advice that my Office of Legal Counsel gives to the President of the United States on any matter.
When you spoke before the Senate, you said you would ask for ethical advice. Did you recuse yourself from that issue?
And talking about unprofessional, you say the president wanted a jet because it's pretty.
Excuse
Come
me.
on, this is a Senate. This is a
He said it
congressional
himself.
hearing.
He said it himself.
My God, are you still talking?
I love a good cat fight. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I get it. The one is mad at the other one because she's younger and prettier. Oh, yeah, that's true, too.
I don't know. I wonder how old. What's her name? Madeline Dean.
Madeline Dean. Yeah, she's again, I'm just saying that she's another Hagatha. What is it about the Democratic? Well, I shouldn't say all Democrats are fugly.
She's 66 years old.
Oh, she's 66?
Madeline
Okay.
Dean, yeah.
I think Pam's in her 50s, I think. Late 50s, from what I understand.
Let's see. How old is
Not 100% sure.
59.
59?
Yeah. There's what, 7 years difference between the two? Holy shit.
That's a... Okay.
No one hates women more than women. Yes.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true. Stop doing that, John. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
What I'm just
I don't know.
I'm losing my mind here.
You're having a Monday.
I am
I'm
having a Monday.
Case of the Mondays.
Well, Trump's always mad at somebody. And today it is Thomas Massey.
Oh, God, this guy again.
Trump rips Massey over Iran's strike comments, threatens to campaign for primary challenger. Massey and his side of the MAGA base is made up of non-interventionalists who are tired from all these wars. Trump lashed out at Kentucky Representative Thomas Massey and fellow Republicans over the criticism of the U.S. airstrikes on 3 Iranian nuclear sites and threatened to campaign for the person running against him in the Republican primary next year. Soon after the military operation was amid the Israel-Iran war was announced on June 21st, Massey said the move was not constitutional. The day after the strike, Massey said that it was a good week for neocons and the military-industrial complex who want war all the time. And he said that on Face the Nation. Massey said his side of MAGA base is made up of non-interventionalists who are tired of all these wars. So Trump ripped them again. And he says he's not MAGA. He's not actually MAGA doesn't want him. Doesn't know him, doesn't respect him.
MAGA hates him? Yeah.
Go ahead, do it. I'm sorry. I you do the Trump.
Is it a Trump tweet? Okay. So it says, actually, MAGA doesn't want him, doesn't know him, and doesn't respect him. He's a negative force who almost always votes no matter how good something may be.
Massey and Ro Khanna, the Democrat from California, has also introduced a resolution on June 17th to prohibit the U.S. involvement in the Israeli-Iran war without Congress's approval. Oh, now you want it back.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, Bush, Clinton, Obama. All of you, all the presidents were bombing the shit out of Libya, Syria. It didn't matter. Now all of a sudden Trump's doing it. Now everybody's up in arms. They want the power back.
13 missiles over.
Right.
It's pissy.
Right.
So far, he's done the least amount of damage.
Mm-hmm. I do have a video of Massey defending himself. As a matter of fact, he was on, I think it's Face the Nation.
Again?
It might be. Yeah, he might have been on there. Here he is. Yeah, he's on. I think this is Face the Nation with that skinny broad.
Congressman, I'm sure you're aware that growing a beard doesn't really make a difference at this point. I mean, everyone already knows you're a bitch-ass panicking retard, right?
Well, yeah, but my image consultant say if I grow a beard, I might still get the retard libertarian vote, and that's like 3%, so basically I know I'm butt, but I just wanted not to look like a little bitch anymore. Thank you.
Who's that with the fucking curly hair? He looks like...
You're retarded.
He's, that's Massey.
No. He looks like Rand Paul.
Oh, he does look like Rand Paul.
With a Ted Cruz beard.
Yes. Yeah, everybody's growing a beard now to look more manly. I support that.
I support that.
I do. I support that.
Budfucker says he sounds like adult Butters from South Park.
Yeah, he does.
Absolutely does.
Absolutely does.
J.D. Vance brought back beards. He did. But if J.D. Vance ever shaves his beard, he looks like he's 14 years old.
I know.
An absolute baby face. He can never shave that off.
Right. And, back he was very pudgy when he did this.
The beard. Covers.
I just figured out what was going on here. I had things upside down. That was the problem.
What's upside down?
I can't. It's where the files are was upside down. That's why I couldn't find them.
Okay.
All right. Time for another lib meltdown.
So are you happy, MAGA? You happy? You happy you voted for the criminal? Because now he's a war criminal, too.
Oh.
Is he?
He just, without provocation, attacked a foreign nation.
Uh-huh.
Without provocation.
They got 2 weeks' notice. I mean, geez.
Without provocation. What do you mean? They're making a nuclear bomb. They're enriched uranium to 60%, and they're working on a ICBM program. What do you mean? There's no provocation.
Stop.
And they told them, come to the table. Let's fix this. Let's straighten it out. They didn't. So,
without congressional approval, too.
Again, you didn't say shit when Clinton did it. You didn't say shit when Bush did it. You didn't say shit when Obama did it. And I don't think Sleepy Joe did. Did Sleepy Joe bomb anybody? I don't know. Maybe Syria. I don't know. But you never said anything, and now all of a sudden Trump, it's this big deal.
Something that I'm pretty sure is illegal, but he attacked a foreign nation without provocation, which does make him a war criminal now. And you voted him in. And he says in his little truthiness thing that he's got that he wants peace now. You think there's going to be peace when he attacked a foreign country without provocation? You think the Iranians and the Russians and all their other allies are just going to sit down and let this happen?
Yes.
Don't you look like a little bitch now? Because apparently, as we're doing this show, there's been a ceasefire and this shit's been, we're stopping this shit. So maybe you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, Trump essentially, dick slapped him. No. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Trump went over there and said, "Listen, I told you not to fuck around. I told you we weren't going to let you have a nuclear bomb, and now we're going to just destroy everything."
Yeah, fuck around, find out.
But if you go back to and there was also video of a bunch of trucks. It's like they took everything out of there. Like Trump gave him enough time to get everything out of there.
Yeah.
Which,
if you left anybody sitting there, that's on you.
Right.
But he's pretty sure. That guy was pretty sure. So that's like Tom says, that's the legal precedent now. That's what we're doing. So
right. And
sure. Yeah.
Well, when Trump assassinated that Iranian general, and then came out and said, "Adieu, Baghdadi."
Shane Gillis reenacting that is my favorite snippet of his stand-up. He's like,
"He died like a dog."
He just shamed him for 40 minutes.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
Baghdadi cried. He cried like a baby. Like, it was just so fun. I can watch him do Trump all day. He's literally my favorite.
So then what Iran did was Iran said, "Okay, we're going to shoot some missiles over at this base, get everybody out of the way. We're going to blow up a garbage dump." And they did it. It was over. So this is exactly what Trump did again. He's like, "Okay, we're going to take out these things. All right, now you shoot 6 missiles at our base, and we're going to knock them down, and then we'll all be done with this shit, okay? You did your thing, I did my thing, and we're all done, okay?"
Everybody got it out of their systems.
Right. Everybody's got it out of the system.
Get your shit together and stop blowing shit up.
Can we stop fighting now?
And then Israel can go back to fighting Ukraine and all that, and Russia. And all
I'll
that
be honest with you. I can do this all day.
Yeah.
I'll send over. Okay, Bibi, go get him. Go get him, Bibi.
Rock and roll Ayatollah. Did you see? There was a video today on YouTube. It was just a video of the bomb. Is it the B-3s? The ones that look real flat.
B-2s.
B-2s.
The B-2 bombers.
Yeah,
yes.
they showed them flying back. Like somebody videoed them in Wildwood. Them coming back home.
Them coming back from over there.
That'd be pretty cool to see. I would not. That would make me nervous to see them because I'm like, what the fuck are they out for? But they're still pretty cool looking. I mean,
where is the? God damn it! I can't find shit anymore. I had it over here somewhere.
All right.
I know. I'm sorry. I know. I can't help it. There is no. This one says Marriage Place, and I'm trying to figure out what. Oh, I think I know what that is.
Okay.
Damn it! I knew there was a video in here. I just saw it. I wanted to play it, and I can't find it now. Oh, here it is. I don't know if you knew this, but did you know that Donald Trump? You remember he put those 2 flagpoles up there at the White House? Those big giant flagpoles. Mm-hmm. Did you know he put a skate park in?
What? No.
Yeah, he put a skate park in at the White House, and it's done now. And he was using it today.
Evening, I'm Lisa Carter. A new skate park just opened at the White House, and President Donald Trump is stealing the show. Here's the story.
It's a historic day at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. The White House skate park is open, and President Trump has been here since dawn, dropping absolute hammers, skate tricks that have everyone buzzing.
Oh, my God.
He's been dropping hammers all day. Crowd's stunned. Guy hasn't missed a trick since sunrise.
Trump caught on a hot mic today talking about the moment the 46th president showed up to skate the park today. Let's go to the audio.
I had no idea President Joe Biden was just another scooter fag. Why would anyone ride a scooter? It baffles me to no end.
The supreme leader of Iran made a surprise appearance at the White House skate park grand opening, and here's what President Trump had to say about it.
Can you believe it? Total fruit booter. Unbelievable. Now we know why Bibi bombed the hell out of them.
I call bullshit.
Fucking AI, man.
Isn't it amazing?
The robes flowing, like really.
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, you can kind of see that it's AI, but it's pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Now, if you're sitting here saying, "Well, I'm listening to this and I don't know what it is,"
Sorry, man.
just go over to I'll tell you what I do.
Watch us on Rumble.
Not only that, but I'll put the links to all the Twitter where I get these from in the show notes, and then you guys can take a look at them.
That's impressive. I have to say that's kind of funny. Oh my goodness. I can't.
There was a church shooting in Michigan.
Yes. Terrible.
Unfortunately. It didn't last long, to be quite honest with you.
No, it didn't. It was very well handled.
Right.
We should say.
Here it is. Around 11 a.m. on Sunday, Brian Anthony Browning, 31, drove erratically into the parking lot of the Cross Point Community Church in Wayne, Michigan, wearing camouflage and a tactical vest. He exited his vehicle armed with an AR-15 style rifle and semi-automatic handgun, opened fire outside of the church while about 150 people were inside. A churchgoer in a pickup truck collided with Browning, knocking him down and disrupting his attack. Good. Following that, at least 2 armed church security staff engaged Brown and fatally shot him before he could enter the building. 1 church security guard was shot in the leg and now is in stable condition. No other injuries reported, well, except for the dead guy.
Well,
in addition to the rifle, a handgun, they recovered multiple high-capacity magazines, hundreds of rounds, and more firearms at Browning's home.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, that one scared the shit out of me, too.
Oh, my God, that was so loud.
Good job, Mike. That was amazing. Made me jump. He had attended the church a handful of times over the past year, occasionally with his mother, who was a church member.
Not for long.
Authorities believe that he was experiencing some mental health crisis. You think? Possibly delusional. He reported, though, that he was hearing messages from God, and the exact motive remains under investigation. Well, I guess you can't ask him.
Maybe kind of a seance.
But, I mean, can you imagine? I mean, I still can't understand. I mean, the fact that you have to have armed people at church now.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? I mean, you would
Thank
never
God they were
think.
there. Thank God they were there.
Well, I mean, this is the first time that someone got up in church and started shooting people. The one time in Texas, the guy got up with a shotgun and shot like 4 people. And there was a gun instructor that was standing in the back of the church. He pulled his pistol out and shot that guy right in the fucking coconut. Dropped him like a bag of dirt.
Yeah, that's fucked.
So,
I mean, I know there's a synagogue near me in an area that they were we used to have for my job. We would have a lot of like an annual meeting with like Homeland Security and the state and the police and all that. It was actually a really helpful meeting, especially for a lot of organizations around by me who host public events and lots of people coming through their doors. And they reached out directly because of a lot of the threats that they were getting or that they were seeing years ago when people, were shooting up synagogues or busting in and doing things. They were very concerned about safety. So, I think there's probably a lot more armed areas than we realize, but it's pretty sad that you'd think maybe church, but
no. Well, in South Carolina, that one kid came in, that white kid, Dylan, whatever his name was, went to a black church, sat down there with a handgun and just emptied out and just killed everybody. And they brought him in, made him feel at home. And he just shot him. What a piece of shit. I hope he's gang raped every day in prison. I hope his asshole looks like the Lincoln Tunnel. Speaking of Lincoln Tunnel,
okay.
Tomorrow is the New York mayor primary, Republican and Democrat.
Okay.
And how fucked is New York City? These are the 2 choices right now. Andrew Cuomo who was basically run out of the governorship for shenanigans that he did. And now we have this this Muslim who I don't know how to even pronounce his name. All right. And he's running around saying, hey, if I'm mayor, we're going to make this town, let them know that Muslims are part of this community and all. And I'm like, all I can think of is Paterson, New Jersey, what they're doing in Paterson, New Jersey.
Absolutely.
When do we stop this? When and how do we stop this? I don't know, but it has to be done. I'm sorry. I'm not a pervert. I'm Italian. What does that even mean? Oh, Zohan. Very popular in his area. Oh, okay. So, oh my God, you get to vote for him?
Prayer mats for everyone.
Prayer mats for everybody. He was in a mosque today saying that, Andrew Cuomo, I asked him during the debate, can he name one mosque that he's been to in New York State? And he couldn't. Well, who goes to a mosque? Is he even allowed in a mosque? Why would he go? He's not Muslim.
Well, because he's ass kissing for votes. That's why.
Right. And this guy, Zohan, he is, you want to talk about a lefty commie. Holy mackerel. So good luck, New York. The town hasn't been damaged enough between that, what was the guy's name? Bellagio? No. What was his name? Not the casino.
De Blasio.
Between that commie, and then you got Mayor Adams in the middle of that bullshit, and he was taking him down that path until they tried to get rid of him, and then all of a sudden he's Trump's best friend.
Yeah, he got his shit together. That's what happened.
Yeah, well, he got a taste of his own party. Basically turned their back on him and tried to attack him. So then he said, "Okay, well, let's circle the wagons." When Cuomo had his Me Too, he said, "I'm not a pervert. I'm Italian." Oh, that's right. That's right.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes much more sense.
Andrew, you know what? You can't finger the help. That's the problem.
No, my God.
I promise I will not finger the help anymore. All right.
Yeah, not a good idea. Don't do that. Don't.
Not a good idea. All right. I'm about ready to pass out.
Well,
so why don't we do this?
Fan on. Holy cow, man.
I do have the fan on, but it's still hot as balls down here. It's so hot. Yeah, take the air conditioner and send that back. Great idea.
Nobody suggested you should do that.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Well, $3,800 to put an air conditioner in. I don't have that kind of money. Sorry.
Well,
And then I got also, here's the other thing. I also have to say that I can't, I have a hard time paying for things I used to be able to do, but I can't do anymore.
Yeah.
But
I get it.
Right.
It does suck because it's like, how much, like, just when you look at the cost, you're like, I could have done this in a half an hour.
Right. I'm getting a dryer delivered tomorrow. Let me tell you what kind of pussy I am.
I would have a dryer delivered and installed.
All right. I'm having it installed and I'm having them take the old one out. And it's costed me an extra, well, it's not really cost me an extra $38 because I had to buy the stuff that you would have to install it with.
Right.
So they're going to bring it down, they're going to install it, and they're going to take the old one up and take it away.
Good.
And I spend it, and I feel like such a pussy doing that. I'm sorry.
Why would you want to drag a dryer up your stairs and throw it in the back of your
Because we used to do that shit all the time. It would be,
but now you don't have to.
I understand that. I said to somebody today when I said, man, I tell you, I have a hard time paying $50 to have that dryer pulled out of here. I said, if I was 40 years old, I'd have tied a rope around that thing. I'd drug it right up the steps.
Yeah.
And took it
over to the junkyard yourself.
Right in the back of the truck and thrown it in the trash myself. It would be no big deal.
Picked it up. Jamingo smash.
Can't do it anymore.
Buttfucker, you're so mean. Hang on.
They're going to come over here. They're going to come over here. They're going to install my dryer and take my man card. You're right, Budfuckers. Damn it.
That's so mean.
Hey, Budfucker, can you have like the delivery men taking my man card? Can we get in a cartoon of that for the show art? Make it a what's it called?
A rectangle?
Yeah, a rectangle. Fuck.
Sorry.
Why do I do this? Why do I? I mean, how do I run a show? It's ridiculous.
I'm a neutered man. Spank me.
What brand dryer? Whirlpool.
A Whirlpool. Yeah, it was a Whirlpool. Was that or the Amana? One was $20 less, and which one was $20 less. So I'm like, that's fine. All right,
Fine.
here we
Just
go.
need to dry socks
Voicemails.
and underwear.
Here comes Half Black Neil.
Hey, fellas, it's Half Black Neil. Why did the chicken cross the road?
You know it's going to be something racist. Here we go.
Because a nig boy was chasing after it.
Oh, I love that. Oh my God. How dare you? Oh no.
And now we have All White Dean.
Hey guys, it's All White Dean. How long does it take a black woman to take a shit? About 9 months.
Stop. Oh my God. So mean.
Your laughs. We've been isolating. Now, Mike asked me to
hate
look
you.
for one of the laughs he had. I don't think I have it anymore.
Oh,
I
good.
think I did away with the audio for that, so I don't have it. I was looking for it today and I couldn't find it. So you're just gonna have to keep
It's a
laughing.
good thing you
so
don't
we can get
send them to me.
I do. Well, of course I do when I get a good one.
I know.
All right. Shall we do some podcast? Oh, wait a minute. First of all, we got to talk to everybody about the stickers.
Yes. I still have some stickers left. You know you want one that says Boomer Bunker Podcast.
Limited edition. After this, that's it. No more stickers.
Yeah.
How many we got left?
A couple.
A couple.
A couple.
Jesus. Can't get a couple people to come over here and ask for
Come
a
on,
sticker?
folks. You know you want one.
Why do we even do this show? Why?
They're all very secretive. They don't want me to know their address. And
I spend all this time to make this show this shitty. It's ridiculous. You know what it is? Lack of organization. That's what it is.
So
if I could
Joaquin asks
organize
if
shit,
they're for sale. They are free.
they're free.
I will
All you have to
happily
do,
send them to you.
you go to one of our social medias, you
Mm-hmm.
DM us with your name and address, and Duchess will actually put it on an envelope and we'll buy the stamp. She'll buy the stamp.
Absolutely.
All right. Are we? Oh, and also mugs, coffee mugs and tumblers over at horribledesigns.com.
That's
Go in there, search in the search bar Boomer Bunker, and you'll find them. And they're collector's items. I mean, like they're like the American Doll.
Yeah, we can't even give stickers away.
Can't even give stickers away. Fucking show sucks.
Speak for yourself.
I'm leaving. I'm going to go
Where?
over be. I'm going to third mic on the Fine Whining podcast.
Fine whining? Okay.
We'll get into that. All right, we need a snort and laugh. You know what? I'm sure we'll have to figure that out too.
I don't think we do.
All right, we ready for the podcast shout outs? Because you are first.
We are. The Weathered View with Bruce, Jason, and Ken.
Always a fun time there in the morning with us. We scream and yell and ballyhoo around. It's always fun. And one of the people that come in there in the morning is Aaron, and he has his own podcast called I Had to Say It with Aaron, and his podcast will be out tomorrow. He usually releases on Tuesday.
Yes.
He shoots his load on Tuesday.
He sure does. Wheelbarrow Full of Dicks with Mike, Travis, and Drunk.
I don't know where Drunk's been. He hasn't. Is he back now? I just saw the one podcast that was this week. I haven't got a chance to listen to it.
I haven't listened to it yet.
It's one of my favorite podcasts now. Of the people that I know, it's one of my favorite people that I know podcasts. Does a great job, Mike, over there at Wheelbarrow Full of Dicks.
He's a good
WFOD.
producer.
Very good. Unlike me. He's very professional. Unlike me.
It's a different vibe.
Unlike me.
For sure. Would you like to go next?
Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
See, Tom, Mike would never do this. Mike would never make that mistake.
Mike would edit it out. That's the thing.
That's true. Not me. Power through.
Everything is out.
The Old Man podcast with Tom. I gotta go and
on Monday
watch him on Podbean.
Yeah.
It's I hate
He's
the
a
fact.
lot of fun.
I hate the fact that I never remember.
I know.
It drives me crazy.
I know. Me too. Shitty Song of the Week with Red and Jody.
I don't know when Red's coming back. He must be making buku bucks down there wherever he's working.
Good for
He's
him.
on a special assignment, and they're paying him good money. So go make that green.
Yeah, make that cheddar, buddy.
And the TNA podcast with Jason Roach and Sam Hall, and they are also doing video now. So go over and check out their YouTube channel.
They're
Good luck finding it. They're harder to find than
It is
very hard.
It is challenging to find them.
It is.
I have some discussion I'd like to do with Jason. I think they had put up on their last podcast about like sharing it out and getting more listeners. I'm like, I have some
How?
ideas. Well,
Yeah. How about putting some links out there so we can find it? Or how about making it a podcast so you can actually search it? Never mind.
all right, don't be cranky.
Well, it's just saying, it's hard. It's hard to find it. And we know.
I know. Shooting the Shiznit with BT.
When's your next 5-minute segment?
Most likely in the beginning of the month.
Okay.
It's usually like the first Tuesday.
All right. And I shake my hand. I shake my head with Lisa and Sam.
Mm-hmm.
It's a podcast that I edit for, and those ladies, they love to test my patience. I'm going to try to say it. Harder to find than a $2 whore. You're absolutely right there, Sparky Toaster. 100% right.
The Misanthrope Radio 2.0 with Lorenzo.
It's becoming one of my favorite podcasts.
He's interesting. He's interesting. I had to listen to him a few times.
He's got a great voice, and he's it's a good show. I listened to the last one. I thought was hysterical. It really had me laughing. It was funny. He's doing affirmations.
Oh my God, they're crazy.
Well,
did you go hear the YouTube? Did you go find him on YouTube? Because he
No, I
mentioned.
did not.
Oh, well, he mentioned that, so I went over and followed that affirmations channel.
Oh, okay. He's actually doing that as a channel?
Well,
why not? See what happens. But he's not doing them seriously, though. People are actually trying to find him seriously. Nobody's going to do the affirmations that he does. In other words,
well, no, they didn't start off with like "Good morning."
good morning, cunt.
Yeah.
They didn't do that one?
Yeah, I didn't. Well, not on the YouTube version. So here
You know,
we go.
I got to be honest with you. I actually feel like a there, and you're sitting there and saying affirmations. You do feel a little bit swishy, right?
Some works for some people.
Yeah, I mean, if that's your gig, that's fine. But to me, it's maybe I'm too boomerish for that.
You're a grumpy old bugger sometimes.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I read them and I start laughing. I'm like, I'm not doing this. This is for fags.
Well, Josh, you played his girl. Yay!
Yay!
Well, you're just. I don't like. I don't like. Do you remember on Saturday Night Live? Who was the guy from SNL who ended up in the Senate or in Congress? Al Franken. He used to do that. Stuart Smalley. I'm good enough and I'm smart enough, and God darn it, people like me. You know, like that. That's what I think of when I think of affirmations. Is him, and
I have some friends that do them, and they swear by them, and I can't. I just can't.
Good Morning Cunt is a great name for a show.
Good Morning Cunts is a great.
Yeah.
It is a great name for the show. If I ever go to morning radio, that'll be the name of the show. Good Morning Cunts.
Good day.
The Brand X podcast with Deuce, Joe, and yours truly, John Domingo. Now, this episode as a podcast will probably come out sometime tomorrow, hopefully. And I'm just having tech has been kicking my ass lately, and it's challenging me. And so far, it's kicking my ass, but I'm winning. So I got the show ready to go. I just got to put the show notes together and do all that stuff. And
it was a lot.
My show notes writing program, the AI program I use to write show notes because I write like a fourth grader, was down all weekend. That's why the Boomer Bunker didn't come out on time, and that's probably why the Brand X one didn't come out on time. But
no stress.
It'll be out. Duchess is on this one.
It was fun.
We had a lot of fun.
Those old fashions were tasty.
A little over.
I can see how they're good. It had to simmer though. There was no. I took a sip when he first handed it to me, and I was like, oh, it tastes like.
Yeah, it'll put hair on your chest.
Yeah, it had to mellow.
You had a weak one. You should try to drink the ones that I drink.
No, I don't. It makes you doubles.
After two of them, I'm plastered, and we're like 20 minutes into the show because I drink one before we even start.
I know,
and I'm almost done the second one, like 10 minutes into the show.
I laughed. The show I listened to, like up to the point where I listened to on Rumble, I'm laughing through everything. I'm like, fuck, I'm drunk.
Jesus.
He's like, well, they're heavy pours. I'm like,
yeah, they are, Deuce.
They are, man. Like, good Lord. Okay,
Yep.
Who's Right podcast with Doug and Anthony.
They're still doing that show?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Occasionally, every once in a while.
The Naturals podcast with Uncle Kyle and Sweet Dirk. Again, two guys. This is a podcast I found that I'm really, really enjoying. You got to check those guys out. That Uncle Kyle, he's a hoot. we're supposed to write show notes. Well, I mean, I have this thing. I'll talk to you about it. That it goes. You just put it in, and it transcribes everything, and then it gives you a bunch of titles and show notes. It does all kinds of stuff. Gives you tweets, and it's amazing. Hey, that program is actually amazing. I've had it for a long time.
Aaron does like 3 sentences. Like, here's the show. Listen.
Right. Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
You also got to put your links to the show. Your links should be in your show notes. Yeah, you should do that. Yeah. And that's the other thing with Lorenzo. He needs to. We can't find him. Like, if I want to find him on social media, I felt like what's the guy's name from England? It's the sleuth. What's his name? Sherlock Holmes. I was like Sherlock Holmes trying to find his Twitter account and all that other stuff. Well, I understand you're lazy. I get it. I understand. But it's one of the ways you
do a link
kinda,
tree. It makes things so much easier.
Well, you got fans that want to follow you.
Yeah.
And then they don't know how to follow you.
Well, especially on the buy me a coffee. Like, there's so many. If you don't type it just right, then it's hard to track.
Yeah, so put a link in your show notes so they can click it and get to your links and support your show. It's really stupid not to do that. Sorry, Aaron, but it is kind of dumb. And here's the reason I say it's dumb. Just go over to Google Docs, open up a doc, and then put all your links in there with everything. Then when you're ready to do your show notes, you just go in. This is what I do: copy them, paste them in the show notes, and then you're done. That's it. Or put a link tree in your Twitter, or put a link tree to everything, and just put the link to your link tree right in your show notes. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Well, he has a website, so.
Who does?
Aaron.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know he had a website. And why didn't I know he had a website? Because there's never a link to it anywhere. We got to straighten some of these podcasters out.
You got to go look in their profiles. Well, probably on the Twitter.
They don't know. Look, I got a lot of tips and tricks that I can help you to make, because I'm lazy. And when I get done here, I got to put this podcast out in about, 15 or 20 minutes. So, I download the audio, I throw it into the show note writer. I make Budvugger. Oh, Budvugger sent me a episode art. Thank you, Budvugger.
Already? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. You want to see what it is? Let's see what it is.
Are we sharing it with everyone?
Yeah, let's share it. Let's see what he's got.
I'm on Aaron's website, and there it is. I was going to say the coffee thing's not leaked, but it is.
Jesus Christ. Why do I even ask people to do this stuff? First of all, it's amazing. Here comes Mike twice. It's twice, and here's in twice. Here we go. Let me share my screen. Boy, I tell you what, Budvugger, he does an amazing job. Here it is. Here's the episode art for this episode.
Oh my God.
Good job, Budvugger.
God damn it.
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right. Where are we? Oh,
am I canceled with Edward?
He's missing in action.
Again?
I have no idea where he's
Edward.
at. What's going on, Edward?
Come on, buddy.
I guess in a week or two, whenever they get the show out, I was on the Fine Whining podcast with Mike and Jerry yesterday. Boy, was that a hoot. This is the first time I've ever met a half Mexican, half black white supremacist who really doesn't like the Jewish people. He's not a fan of the Jews. Trust me when I tell you. We jousted a little bit, but again, one of the things I love is, we actually let, like, Jerry talks and puts his position out there, and I make my position, and we debate a little bit, and at the end of the day, we're all done with it. It's okay.
It is what it is. Yeah. All right. The World Ablaze with George Fonts.
I listened to his latest episode. He had a professor on there. He was interviewing a liberal professor. I got to be honest with you, George, you did a great job, because I wouldn't have been able to hold my tongue like you did when some of the things that he was saying. But you know what? That's me, and this is you, and you did a great job. And it was a very interesting episode where it was I guess he was a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Or a therapist or whatever.
He's somewhat renowned, apparently. The guy's
yeah. He's a big wig in that community. And they were basically talking about things and politics and Trump and all this other stuff. So it was a very interesting.
The doctor's not a fan of Trump.
No, No.
Not surprising. As soon as I heard him go, like, those MAGAs, they pushed him on the ground. I'm like, okay. All right.
Oh,
They
they don't
arrested
like that.
him. I'm like, they didn't arrest him. But I, to his credit, it's probably before he'd heard all of the news. So I'll give him that. But
I get it.
it was interesting.
Yes. And hold on, I got one more
All right.
before we go.
This
One
keeps
more.
coming up. Is there a Kermit clip that I don't know about? I don't know. What
Yes, there's a Kermit clip that I did not pull.
that is. Okay. So there you go.
1, 2. Impeach this fool. 3, 4. Convict this whore. 5, 6. Remove this prick. 7, 8. Convict this ingrate. 9, 10. Execute him. The end.
Wow, she's lovely.
Isn't she lovely?
We should share a cup of coffee sometime.
I think I have one more.
Why do they do that?
I might have to.
Why are they sing song? Like, why is that?
Because they're
That 1, 2,
liberals.
buckle my shoe shit.
Right, that's yeah.
Who's the whore?
Trump.
Oh.
You know, because he
called him a whore.
Yeah.
Are you happy now?
Oh,
he
for
did it.
fuck's sake.
He dropped those bombs. I hope you are listening, you maggots. I cannot stand him.
Jeez,
Wow,
aren't you
don't
that
hold back.
magician that makes all the buffets disappear?
You know, we got to start taking these phones away from like grandma. Like this, you can't do that. Like, stop it.
all
You're
these-
family members.
It's all old white ladies out there, and they're all, you know why? Because they're watching CNN and Fox. And the next thing you know, it's always every 15 minutes, there's a Fox News alert or CNN breaking story.
It's the. Remember last week you played the old lady who was hysterical. I'm just so afraid.
I'm just
Well,
so
go
scared.
the fuck home. Why are you at a protest? If you're so afraid of everything in the world, go back to your house. Like, just
Yep.
live in your bubble, and you'll be fine. Like, it'll
All
be
right.
fine. Fucking crazy.
We'll be back Thursday?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking because I'm not sure 100% if
I
we're,
usually
you know.
let you know before. I don't try
Okay,
to spring it on
just-
you on the podcast.
Just checking before we go.
Sparky says, go back to your box.
Go back to your box. Get in the box.
Back in a box.
Get in the box.
That's right. You nasty old bag. Yeah, my God.
All right. We're out of here.
Well,
Duchess,
thank you, everyone.
say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Now,
Yes.
if you don't leave yet, because we got all the links and everything, Duchess got some more to tell you. I'm out of here. Say goodbye, Duchess.
Goodbye. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Boomer Bunker. We'd love for you to become a bunker dweller and join us live. Catch our live streams every Monday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Rumble, and X. If you've just found us, be sure to follow or subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast apps so you never miss a new episode. And hey, while you're there, do us a solid. Share the show, tell a friend, and leave a review. It really helps. We'd love to hear from you. For show updates, shenanigans, and general tomfoolery, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, and Rumble. All the links are in the show notes, or simply visit boomerbunker.com. Got something to say? Please shoot us an email at theboomerbunker@gmail.com or leave a voicemail at 856-477-1935.